Hey there, it's Vince, man with a fork. You know, I have a feeling I haven't seen you in a while, but that's okay, because you got here just in time. I'm about to share one of my little guilty pleasures with you. It's called golden egg shrimp, and we're going to make it right now on Man with a Fork. My buddy John and we went to this one sushi place and they had it on the menu. He told me this golden shrimp stuff is fantastic. And I've been in love with it ever since, it's just not something I often get to have. Now, I typically associate this with the whole Japanese steakhouse, the whole teppanyaki grill experience, kind of like Benihana, although Benihana doesn't have it on their menu. Speaking of teppanyaki, maybe we should do a Japanese steakhouse episode. Let me know what you think in the comments below. It's actually kind of funny. My buddy Lawson, he has absolutely no problems taking the whole family on a road trip, 6 hours, to get to Tsukasa. That's one of our favorite Japanese steakhouses for golden egg shrimp. I think, though, that you might want it right now, in which case I am going to share my recipe, my way. We're going to make fantastic golden shrimp. So the primary ingredient for golden shrimp is some really fresh egg yolks. So I'm going to start by putting a bowl, this little setup here. I'm going to use a little sous vide here to lock in temperature. We're doing about 139 degrees. We're going to be doing a little bit of tempering, right? Kind of firming up our eggs here. So let me crack. We're going to go and separate some eggs here. We're going to start whisking our eggs here. We're doing this over water that's set at a fixed temperature. If you don't have a sous vide machine, you could do this over a double boiler, in which case you just need to keep pulling it on and off to control the temperature. The next ingredient is actually Japanese Kewpie mayonnaise. It's easy enough to find. It says Kewpie. You'll find it at Japanese supermarkets. It's got a picture of a little Kewpie doll over here. Japanese Kewpie mayonnaise is kind of interesting. It has a bit of sweetness to it, more so than regular mayonnaise. It's also got a little bit more of a savory bite to it, which I think works really well for this. So we're going to incorporate our eggs and Kewpie mayonnaise over there. Next thing we'll do is we'll add a little bit of extra flavoring here. I've got some shiro miso, and I'm just going to get a little dollop of that and add that to our mixture. We're just going to whisk that savory miso, salty, complex flavor right in there. See, it's also adding a little bit of that extra golden hue. The beauty of a sous vide is that it pretty much just locks in that temperature. So it's a little bit friendlier, a little bit more foolproof. It's going to look like this, just at the point where it's getting ready to set. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it in the freezer. We're going to put a little bit of plastic wrap over this. We'll put it in the in the freezer to chill for maybe 15-20 minutes, and we'll check back on it. In the meantime, I'm going to start prepping our shrimp. Be right back.
A few moments later.
Now, there's nothing better than shell on fresh shrimp. But if you've got frozen, just make sure you put it in a little bit of water and just soak it in there for about an hour or so until it comes back to life. So I'm just taking off the last bit of shell here. Okay. Right. Just gonna get that off. And I think I'm gonna leave it tail on. That's the best presentation for this. So you want your shrimp to be deveined. You want to take that out right down the center. This is already cleaned up here. I'm gonna open it up a bit more because I want to be able to flatten it. So this is the presentation. So that's the presentation there. There's a little bit of extra shell. You want to pull that back. We're gonna get our pieces of shrimp ready for our griddle. This would be the perfect time to go back to our golden sauce. Just gonna scoop a little bit of our sauce right in the middle of each piece of shrimp. Like that. All right, now we're gonna get this over to the stove. I think I'm gonna dollop a little bit more of that golden sauce right over the shrimp. We'll put a little water in here, and then we'll lid it up to steam. Now let's check it out. Yep. We're going to add a little bit of mirin. It's going to give it more flavor, a touch of sweetness. It's looking pretty good right now. But I could always use some butter. Yep. We'll just get some butter on everything and add a little bit more water. Lid that up one more time. Now it's looking ready. Let's get these out and onto a plate. So here we are, our golden shrimp, and it looks rich and it's looking plump and golden. I think I'm just gonna dip it in a little bit of ponzu, just a tad, give it a little extra citrusy soy flavor. Let's give it a taste. Wow. It is rich, super savory. Take another here. You can't stop with just one. A bit of that, a bit of that ponzu. That is some sweet shrimp. Get a little bit of that sweetness from the mirin. The eggs are custardy. There's a creaminess from the Japanese mayo. See, the problem with this right now is I need to make the rest of the meal. Where's the steak? You know, we'll do a little surf and turf. Man, every time I bite into one of these things, it makes me hungrier for more. I think we're going to continue this. Man, that is so good. Let's try a little bit of sake. That's wonderful. That is wonderful. Man. Boy, that's good. Anyway, I got more to go here. Remember, this is Vince. I'm the man with a fork. We're gonna make more delicious food next time. And let me know how you like this, you know. Comment below, hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time. And we're gonna start right here.
Yeah, it's probably worth the trip.
Japanese chili pepper, little togarashi. Just kick that up a little bit. See how this goes. Scoop.